Oxford is one of Britain's most historic cities. It is full of amazing architecture, bustling streets, and alleyways trodden with history. It is also home to the world-famous Oxford University, which has brought forth some of the world's most famous academically elite. The route that I have chosen to carry out this townscape analysis starts by walking northwest on Magdalen Bridge, and then turning left onto Merton Street, and then as you walk down Merton Street turning right, becoming Oriel Square, with a slight left onto Bear Lane, continuing onto Blue Boar Street, then turning right onto St Aldate's, and then turning left down the High Street to finally turn right onto Cornmarket Street, finishing at the church. As you cross over Magdalen Bridge, you can see Magdalen Chapel, with the tower as a focal point showing the entrance to the city. As you make your way down the road, you can see the wall and large gates entering into the Magdalen Chapel. This signifies the difference between public and private space behind the wall. As you approach the High Street, there is a large building sitting on the corner that shows deflection, giving an option to either go down the High Street or down Longwall Street. Before turning left down Merton Street, you catch a quick glimpse of the High Street, showing the range of shops and cafes that it has. As you turn left down Merton Street, you can see there is an immediate change in the amount of traffic. As you can see, there's a contrast in styles. There is a pink building in the distance and a grand building near. The contrast in the buildings makes both of them very eye-catching, creating a real sense of place. The grand building is the Oxford University Examination School, with its large iron-spiked fences and closed gates showing the importance of the building it protects behind. This building also highlights the high level of architecture and intricacy used on buildings within the Oxford colleges. As we walk down Merton Street, we can see that there are different materials used on the surface of the floor to indicate different uses and different spaces. The blue indicates paving, and the green at the back indicates the old cobbled road, whereas the grey indicates the tarmac. As we look down the old cobbled street, to the left is a wall, and on the right there are buildings. This shows a clear difference between public and private space over the wall. Here we have Logic Lane, which is a private lane but allows access as a bridleway through certain times of the year and at certain times in the day. Carrying on down Merton Street, you can see Magpie Lane, which has a deflection showing space around the corner, which invites you to think something is going on. This mystery leads to anticipation, causing people to want to go around the sharp corner to find out what's around there. As we get to Magpie Lane, you can see that there is a narrowing of the street, which indicates that it's a no-through road for cars, showing only access for pedestrian walking back onto the High Street. As you come to the end of Merton Street, you see a grand entrance to Oriel College. The grand archway acts as a frame for the building within. The closed vista of the monument is then the centre point. As you look across Oriel Square down Oriel Lane, you can see the University Church of St Mary the Virgin, framed in a picturesque manner. As you walk around Oriel Square and take a slight left onto Bear Lane, you can see a large building on the left with a plain facade with outward-facing windows. On the right, you can see a range of buildings with different facades with some colour and a range of bricks. As you walk down Bear Lane, you can see the Bear, which is Oxford's oldest pub, and it is a hidden gem, just off the hustle and bustle of the busy High Street. The pub is popular with students, locals and tourists alike who come here to enjoy a fantastic pint in this traditional historic pub. As you go past the Bear, you're now on Blue Ball Street, and as you walk down Blue Ball Street, you can turn right onto St Aldert's. This will then take you up towards the High Street, where the hive of activity has increased. The range, styles, uses and purposes of the architecture have all changed, with a mix of pubs, council buildings, offices and shops. Here we have Queen Street, the Carfax Tower, which is an obvious meeting point for many people within Oxford. Then Cornmarket Street, with Lloyds Bank on the corner of the High Street. Leading round to the High Street, where it then goes onto the corner of St Aldert's. Looking down St Aldert's, you can see the tower, called Tom's Tower, and then on the final corner of St Aldert's and Queen Street, you can see the Santander Bank. As I began to walk down Cornmarket Street, it is evident that this is a new high street shopping area, with shops such as McDonald's being in newer buildings that are perhaps not as in-fitting with previous architecture, being overly updated and perhaps changing the feel and environment of the area it sits within. Whereas the old covered market still stands as an old building where smaller local shops and market areas are used. As I came to the end of Cornmarket Street at St Michael's at the Northgate, it was evident that Cornmarket had become a highly pedestrianised shopping area, but St Michael's at the Northgate was still a fundamental meeting place for many within the city. After carrying out this townscape analysis on Oxford, it's become clear that Oxford truly has a sense of place, due to the vibrancy and energy around the area, the architecture and people within it. Looking at Gordon Cullen's concise townscape, it's clear to see within Oxford there is a real sense of place, because whenever you find yourself here, there is always a there. You're never stuck in anywhere, there's always somewhere else to move to, and always alleyways and roads you can go down and find yourself in new, small, quaint places.